This year, I will be 56 years old. And the older I get, the more I study God's word, the more I realize something that humbles me deeply. I'm still learning how to walk. Not physically, of course, but spiritually. How to walk with God. How to walk in step with Jesus. And if I'm honest, the more I mature in faith, the more I recognize that walking well isn't about having stronger legs or better direction. It's about surrendering control altogether. That's what Jeremiah meant when he prayed. I know, O Lord, that the way of man is not in himself, that it is not in man who walks to direct his steps. That verse has taken hold of me lately. It's become a quiet echo in my heart. I can walk, yes, but I cannot lead. I can move forward, but I don't know the road. And I surely don't know what lies around the next corner. That's where trust comes in. That's where childlike faith takes root. Maybe that's what it really means to grow up in Jesus. We become more like children, not childish, but childlike, dependent, trusting, unconcerned with outcomes, only with holding the hand that leads us. And maybe that's how spiritual maturity works. It's an oxymoron. The weak will be strong. The first will be last. We lose our life to save it. The greatest will be the servant. Freedom comes through becoming a slave. And now I'm learning another one. Maturity means giving up control. It means walking with Jesus and letting him guide every step. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my eye upon you. Psalm 32:8. When I try to guide my own steps, even with good intentions, I drift. I veer off course. I take shortcuts that don't lead anywhere. I climb mountains he never asked me to climb, and I avoid valleys he intended to walk through with me. But when I surrender, when I give up control and let him lead, I discover that he's not only ahead of me, but beside me and even behind me, protecting and sustaining me every step of the way. The heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. Proverbs 16, verse 9. Maturity in Jesus doesn't look like becoming the most independent believer in the room. It looks like the child who climbs up into the arms of the Father and says, "Wherever you go, I'll go." Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. Proverbs 3:5-6. Immaturity wants control. It tries to read God's will like a roadmap and outpace him to the destination. But maturity stops striving and starts listening. It says, I don't have to know the way, I just need to know the one who walks with me. And that brings a peace I never knew I needed. It frees us to trust. It frees us to rest. It frees us to say, not my will, but yours be done, and actually mean it. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. So we listen, we follow, we walk. And maybe that's the great irony of spiritual maturity. After all these years, we're still learning how to walk, but now we do it with joy because we finally know who's leading. How has God been teaching you to walk with him lately? I'd love to hear your reflections in the comments.